Okay, y'all, we are live. Yes, so excited. So, hi everyone. My name is Alicia, and I am interviewing the lovely Chambriel today. This is a series that I started called Girl Did You Watch? And it is where I interview the people who we watch on TV, reality TV stars mostly, and sometimes scripted. So, tonight we have an exclusive interview with Chambriel, the winner from Somebody's Son season one. If you watched it, you already know. And if you didn't, you can still watch it on Hulu and is it is it Amazon? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was asking you, is it Amazon?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I had it playing in the other thing too. So we're on HBO Max, Hulu,
HBO Max.
and Amazon Prime, and on.
Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. I was just trying to remember where you all can watch it. So HBO Max. Thank you, Miranda. Shout out to Miranda. Y'all, if y'all didn't see that interview, go check her out too after this one though. Okay. So introduce yourself, tell them where you're from, or anything that you want them to know, then we can hop on in.
Okay.
Thank you one.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chambriel. I am obviously on Somebody's Son, and I live here in Houston, Texas. Originally from Connecticut,
Oh,
and I moved around a little bit. So from Connecticut to school in DC. So shout out to the DMV. And then I lived in Atlanta for 9 years, almost 10 years, and now I'm here in Houston.
when did you leave Atlanta?
Actually, in 2023, like October of 2023.
Oh my God, we were in Atlanta the same time. But
Oh,
I left like February 2023, but you was here a little bit longer. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was in Atlanta too. Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't even
What
know
a
that.
time. What a
Right.
time.
What's gonna be live? Well, y'all know, y'all came here for the tea, so we're gonna get into it. So I thought we should start off from the beginning. And kind of just like your thoughts on watching the whole show. So that's kind of what we're gonna get into, watching the show, seeing, how that goes, and then we'll get into, the tea stuff later. But I wanted to ask because you was in the house with an unofficial, official, no shade, no tea. I'm just like a football player. That was the house you was in. Okay, we ain't gonna say no names, but child, I don't know him. But your outfit, I rewatched it again. Your outfit was one for the books, and
Oh
you
my God.
and you came in so confident. You were so cute. Everybody was like shook. If so, I just wanted to know, like, how did you feel walking in the house?
Okay, so day one, walking in the house, I didn't feel no way. I felt like that girl. I felt like that girl walking in the house. I did not feel like, oh, this is too much. I'm thinking it's Houston, it's hot. It's always hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told, like, hey, wear something that you can have on all day by the pool, outside. And I'm on a dating show, like outside in Houston by the pool on a dating show. We're young, we're single. I wasn't thinking dress for church or interview with somebody's mom. I just was.
Period.
That wasn't the direction or instruction that I was given. So like
Mm-hmm.
in that moment that day, I didn't feel like, oh, this is like much or this is not the outfit to wear. I felt good. I felt like I was that girl. And apparently I walked in and everybody else knew I was that girl too. So
Okay, that's it. That girl, that's what she was. Yeah. Yes, said, "Where's my popcorn?" Yeah, make sure y'all drinking. If you got a drink, get your wine, sip something. I got something too. But yes, you definitely was that girl. And I was just like, oh dang, like you made a statement for real. So I was like, okay, that was good. So what was your first impression of the girls and Josh when you like got into the house?
you know what? I that day I was so nervous. Like, fun fact about me, I have like a little bit of social anxiety. Like, I am a
Mm.
social butterfly, but at the same time, it like takes me a minute to like turn it on. So I was really nervous, and even when I was in the like in the black truck, like pulling up. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to my black truck driver because he
Period.
made me a whole playlist, and so he held me down like before I came in. Yeah, he was a bomb. So before I walked in, I was very, very nervous. Like, just to be super authentic and transparent with y'all, I was so nervous because I have never really been on TV before. And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really know what the women were going to be like. I didn't know if they were going to be nice. I didn't know if it was going to be catty. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, however they are, I'm going to have to maintain my professionalism. We're on TV. and just, smile through it basically. So I was very, very nervous, but I will say I was very relaxed once I did walk into the house and meet the girls, because they
Mhm.
were actually genuinely very nice. And I felt it, the energy when I came in. Like, he was nice, they were very nice. I just felt like this was a good group of people. So,
That's good. Okay, you had a black truck. Did they come and get you from your house to drop you off?
no, they actually from the hotel. Like,
Period.
yeah,
Hotel.
set up. Yeah. So I was in the hotel the night before filming. So, you take a black truck over to the actual house.
Hmm.
They don't tell you where you're going. It's kind of like being kidnapped a little bit, like not kidnapping style, where you don't really know where you're going, and they take your
Hmm.
phone before you even travel to the house. So, and if anybody knows me, they know I always have my phone. Like, I got two phones. So I was
Did you
having
take
like,
them with you?
yeah, I got both phones, but I wasn't able to smuggle no phone in because they knew I had two phones. So
Dang.
it was a lot to be like leaving the hotel, getting in the car,
Hmm.
handing your laptop over, your phones, like all your devices. It really did feel like you're being kidnapped like to a certain degree.
Oh my gosh, you didn't have anything in the house. Like,
We
so you
couldn't
didn't,
even watch TV or like listen to music.
what?
Yeah,
Did
so
you
they
even
really.
know, did you know what time it was?
Sometimes, sometimes sometimes you don't.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
I think that the purpose of that is to just like immerse yourself in the experience.
Hmm.
That's why when filming, you feel like one day felt like 3 days, because you're
Hmm.
not looking at your phone. You don't have like your laptop. You don't have anything to kind of like, distract you. So that's pretty much how it goes.
Dang. Okay, yeah, because I'm just like, and it's crazy because it's like it's more than you in the house. Like it's the other girls, so it's just like y'all just looking at each other, kind of are doing different things. No phones is crazy.
Yeah, no phones was a lot. Like, by day like 3, I was like, oh my god, like, where's my phone? I thought I heard my phone ringing. I swear, like night 2, and I was like, that's my phone,
Mhm.
and it was like, no, it's not. You don't have.
Like false alarm. Did you think Josh was there to find love?
You know what? Yes, I
Oh,
do. I think
okay.
that he was definitely open to the experience, just much like I would say all of us were very open to the experience. So I would say I think he was there to find love. Yes.
What did you think when Miss Oma came out? What was your first like thought or reaction?
Girl, first of all, I was like, is this a joke?
Yeah.
First of all, I was like, this has got to be a joke. And then I was like, but if it is a joke, it's not that funny, because y'all could have told me like what we were really doing. Like,
Hmm.
I had so many things going through my head at the same time. I was like, am I being punked? Like, is this whole thing just fake? Like, they got me here with these cameras. I'm like, is this all fake? And then I kind of felt like, right after that, I kind of was like, okay, now this is not fake. This is real thing. But I still didn't know. Like, if you watch back, we still don't know that she's living in the house with us until the end, like the end
Mm.
of the episode. So even though she came out, I was like, this is a lot. But nothing in me thought this was gonna be a us living together situation.
Oh, you kind of thought it was like, oh, she's here, maybe hi, like I'm meeting you, and then you gonna go
Yeah,
home.
yeah. I mean, who
Oh,
would think like you in here to live?
mm-hmm.
Like, who would think that that's how it's gonna go?
Yeah, that's so crazy. So you did not know the name of the show or nothing before.
No, and you know what's crazy? I asked several times, like, "Well, what's the name of the show? What's the name of the show?" And production was good. They kept telling us like, "Oh, it's untitled. Oh, we don't have a name yet." So that's why they didn't tell us, because they didn't want to give it away.
Yes, definitely. If you are in this live, make sure you like it. Make sure you like it. Okay.
If you,
Um,
wait. If you in this live, can you say something? Because I'm like this. Y'all like to keep me blindsided. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm like,
yeah. Yes, they are. I'm posting the comments when they are posting, but I can see the views. But yeah, I'm posting the comments when they post. So yes, definitely comment and let us know what's your favorite. house was, and hopefully it was Chambriel's house.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Like, what was your favorite house and why? Like, we need to
Mhm.
ask people
Yeah,
watching.
let us know what your favorite house was. Which mama or auntie was y'all feeling or not feeling? Okay, little T. um, so everybody's like, big question is kind of like, what made you come on the show?
To be honest, I felt like I wanted to go on the show because of the first obvious reason. I was single.
Oh,
Like I was single and I was like, what better way of like meeting people other than being on TV? Like
hmm
that to me was like a no brainer. Like I could waste my time on Hinge or I could be
oh,
in the club and meet somebody. I can be at work and meet somebody in HEB and meet somebody. Or I can meet somebody on TV and get paid to meet somebody and like, promote my business. I was like, oh, 1 plus 1 is
you
2. Yeah, yes, absolutely. I'm single. Why not?
did you know it was gonna be filmed in Houston?
Yes.
Okay, okay, so that didn't really deter you. Um, so you get on the show, you do the show. Did you think you were going to win?
No. No, I did not. To be honest, I didn't think of it so much as a competition,
Mm,
which is something that I didn't realize until after I watched it. Like once I watched it back, I was able to actually see, okay, this this was not like a competition at all for me. I was literally just going through the experience. And
mhm.
the way I was able to determine that I didn't take it on as a competition is because I had no strategy. Like I don't know, I know that y'all like to call it authenticity, but I had no
Mhm.
strategy. Like I was just winging it. I was just waking up with the vibes. Okay.
Oh,
I had no strategy. Like watching back, I'm like, wow, these girls are like plotting and planning and strategic and getting close to the mama and oh, I'm gonna do this and like I'm gonna show myself now. And I'm like,
mhm.
dang, I really didn't have no strategy. I just woke up and was me every day.
Well, that's good. That's the strategy. Just be yourself because, baby, Miss Oma was feeling you, okay? And
That's my girl. Number
and you can kind of see about the strategy because when I did watch it back, they're like, oh, like they're trying to do this, or sometimes answering the questions, different things like that. Like it kind of did it, and she even said that, like she was like you was very authentic and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, she got some brownie points or whatever, but you were just genuinely being yourself. So I think that's good too to like show like this is who I am, this is who you gonna get, and like that's just gonna be it.
And even like with the whole idea of like just being yourself, I had no idea that there was going to be an elimination. Like, and
Mm.
maybe I was very naive during this process because I did not think it was going to be no elimination. I didn't think it was going to be no surprises. I didn't think nobody's mama was going to be staying there. I didn't have no strategy. I was not prepared, y'all. I was not, I woke up with the vibes. I promise you.
Yes, Miranda said definitely the best mom out the house.
Yes,
Um,
she was so cool.
period.
I wish they showed more of her personality because when I tell
Mhm.
y'all Miss Oma cuts up, listen, she cuts up. She danced with us, she
Mhm.
played with us, she laughed with us, she cried with us. Like there were so many things that I felt like her personality wasn't completely shown. Because like when I tell you we had tears, like hugging,
Mhm.
crying, like dancing. She was on the island twerking, like there was so much that I was just like, if y'all only knew.
Yeah, she does. She does seem fun, but yeah, you can only kind of get like so much perspective. Okay, yes, they 11. They said that you were definitely being yourself. They said you was genuine and it showed. I don't know if you can see the comments, so I'm just trying to
Yeah,
read them.
I can. I
Oh, you
can.
can, yeah. So, baby, it sounds like Chambriel was a fan favorite. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So that's good. But yeah, like it was interesting, like seeing the mamas like with the sons, and honestly I felt like they kind of had the best relationship, not to kind of get it off, but I feel like they had the best relationship, so I feel like it kind of worked with the moral of the house. And
Right.
so that's what I was going to kind of ask, because I'm like, what was the energy of the house? Because when you see some other houses, the energy was kind of different, but within that house it was like they got along, they talked, so the energy of the house kind of like poured in and felt kind of like, I don't want to say genuine, but it kind of felt like it was like more fun or relaxed because like they kind of had like a good bond, I should say.
Yeah, you definitely could feel their energy. I do feel like energy is transferable. So the
Hmm
fact that they weren't like uptight and at odds, it had us waking up like not at odds also. Like it had us waking up kind of like refreshed and laughing. Like when they laughed, like, laughter is contagious. So
Mm-hmm.
Oma will be laughing, I'll be cracking up, and then everybody in the house is laughing. So I definitely think their morale together definitely brought us all together.
Yes, yes, that's the word. They had good morale. I like
Mhm.
that. Okay, so we talked about it a little bit, but like watching back, do you feel like you had any cringy moment? Do you feel like you had a favorite challenge?
Did I have a cringy moment?
Yeah, like do you feel like anything was cringe like watching it back?
Yeah, there were a lot of things that were cringe.
Oh, you think it was a lot?
There were a lot of like, how much time we got? Like, how long is this? But
I'm
like,
cracking
there
up.
was a lot of cringe moments.
Hmm.
But I feel like that's part of the experience. You're gonna go through some parts that's gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna go through some parts that you're gonna be like, dang, why they get that part of me on the screen?
Hmm.
You're
Hmm.
gonna go through. You're gonna have those moments, and I guess that's what makes the full project beautiful, because it's like it's not just that one moment with you on the screen, it's like the entire picture. So but I will say they caught one of my cringe moments on screen when I think we were on a date by the pool, and he was doing this thing where like he was feeding me fruit and then
Uh-huh.
he was like, let's do the airplane, and I was like, why did you do that? What, why did you do that? I was like, no,
You
I'm
know,
like, I like to laugh, but like I don't like corny at all. Like if
mm,
you know me, it's a fine line between like cute and corny. Like
recording, yeah.
corny, and and shameless plug. I'm an Aquarius, so once you flip that switch, it's like it ain't coming back. I'm like
You
once I
know,
get the ick, it's like ick.
you didn't really say your sign, or I didn't catch it, but I did hear when everybody came in the house. He's like a Virgo, and then they were talking about Virgos and stuff like that. Is an
Yeah,
Aquarius, is that a water sign?
yes, I'm an Aquarius. My birthday
Aquarius.
is January 22nd. Ice cold, baby. So don't turn me off.
I am cracking up, not ice cold. That's so funny because you're an AKA, right? So it just made me think of ice cold.
Yes, I am.
Right. They were my favorite ones, but we ain't talking about fraternities. But so, what was your favorite challenge? Like out of all the challenges in the
That's
show?
a really good one. My favorite challenge. Mm, we had a couple challenges that weren't shown.
I know I'm kind of sad about them.
Yeah, we had a couple challenges that weren't actually shown. So, if I had to say my favorite challenge on screen, it would obviously be. I would say the makeup one, the removing of the makeup.
Oh, that was your favorite
I would say it was because that initially, when they said it, it was like, you want me to be on camera, on TV for the world with no makeup on.
one? Yeah.
All of us, to be honest, we handled it well. We did it. We took it like champs. But I feel
Mhm.
like all of us were kind of like, ooh.
Yeah,
And
I
not
didn't
to
think that one
say,
at all.
not to say like that we were dependent on makeup, because there were other scenes where we didn't have it, but it felt like this is a very vulnerable moment. Like it's a
Hmm.
very raw moment. So the reason why I would say at that point that became my favorite challenge after the fact is because if I can get on that TV barefaced, I'm really that girl.
Okay, period. And
Really.
all y'all look so beautiful, even without the makeup, baby. But the men, they was shook it with the prices.
Yeah. Listen, they need to get their money up,
They
okay?
was shook it, baby. They was shook it with the. I'm
They
like,
need to get their money up.
do y'all not know how much it costs? Like, yeah, like hair, nails, spotlight. It takes a lot of money to do the upkeep, but
Right.
that
They ain't never been a Sephora.
ain't ever. I thought you was gonna say the photo shoot.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot
that
that
was.
was a challenge. I
You said
forgot
what?
that.
Oh, is
I
that not?
forgot. No, it was, but I forgot that even was a challenge. I would say that one I had mixed feelings.
Mm.
Because in the moment, the photo shoot, like we were processing it. Like obviously that was our first kiss, or that
Hmm.
was our first on-screen kiss. Well, actually, no, that was our first kiss. We ain't kiss off screen. Let me clarify, because the person might be like, "Oh yeah, they was kissing before that. I saw them on YouTube." That was our first kiss. That was the first time I kissed that man. But because of that, I felt like there was a lot that happened in our house based off of that. That wasn't
Mm.
here.
Hmm.
So Yeah, there was a lot that happened with that. Like,
Yeah. It was just so quick because it was like the photo shoot. I was like, okay, they was getting spicy with that one, and he was like, got it in the bag, and then the other photo shoot, I'm like, woo, child, that's a lot going on. But I was like, I just think like the photos or whatever kind of be kind of cute, so that's why.
yeah, it was cute to watch to a certain extent back, but it was a lot. It was a lot to in that day, and then it was a lot
Mhm.
watching back, hearing like the reactions. Because what I think everybody else forgets is when we're in the house, we don't um we don't hear the other contestants, participant, whatever you want to call it, cast member. We don't hear any of our like diary confessionals. So
Mhm.
like what y'all see when y'all watch it for the first time, that was my first time hearing everybody's thoughts
Yeah,
as
they was a
well.
little shady. They was a little shady.
Yeah, it was a little shade that I was like, kind of like, oh, I didn't know that you felt that way, because I'm
Mhm.
thinking back to like, oh, well, that day, this, and this happened next. I had no idea that you had just said that. Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Was it a lot of challenges every day?
Yeah, we did challenges every day.
Every day, but just like one.
Sometimes two.
Oh, sometimes that's what I was wondering. Yeah, yes. Kiwan said, to be honest, none of y'all needed makeup. Yeah, when y'all took the makeup off, I was like, okay, yeah, it was so cute. But I didn't like that they had to have y'all take the makeup off to show how much y'all paid. Like, you know how much I paid for this makeup to be on my face?
Right. Yeah, that's true. Because it was like, anybody got no money to be wasting the face.
Okay, yes. So I didn't really care for that one, but yeah, that was your favorite one, so that's cool. Did you, going in to the show, did you have any deal breakers of like what you wouldn't accept from the man?
Oh, girl, absolutely. What? You was not about to give me anything. Absolutely. I have non-negotiables every day.
Oh, non, I mean, yeah, non-negotiables, man. You every
Non-negotiables
day.
every day, like in life. Like what you're not
Oh,
gonna do is play with
you
me.
know.
Like, so absolutely, the same non-negotiables I have for a man that I would date off camera is the same non-negotiables I have a man on camera. Like, you're not about to play with me ever.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess I'm asking because it's like you didn't know him. So, like, for instance, like if he had kids or something like that, or like if he was married before, like, so I was just like thinking like things like that, like if he was divorced, or I don't know, or like maybe his job, like maybe he did make a lot of money or whatever. So I was just like, did all those things come, was
Cross
all
my
of
mind.
it mine? Yeah.
Yeah, so going into it, another like fun fact, that was my first blind date ever, like
Mm.
in life. So I
Oh.
was actually like really nervous about, and I feel like this is like the Love is Blind like
Yeah.
thing. I was really nervous about what he looked like. Because I
Mm-hmm.
know that and I'm not gonna say I'm a picky person, but I am particular. So I'm like, I like a guy that has nice teeth. I like a well groomed man. I have in my head, an idea of what I want him to look like physically. So I was actually extremely nervous walking in, like, if he is my height, probably not. Like, if like, because you said like what were some of the things going into
Mm-hmm.
it,
Height
and
is a
it's
big
like,
one.
yeah, if he's unemployed, probably not. Like,
He's not on the show, child, but you
right.
know.
And I wouldn't say that kids for me would be a non-negotiable, because I feel like kids are a blessing.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't say like, oh, if he had children, I wouldn't have been interested at all. I would have still been interested. Um, but for me, it's like the entire package and his character. The character thing is huge with me. If his character is trash, is we not going nowhere. Like, I don't care how much money he has. I don't care how lit he is. I don't care. We're going nowhere fast if his character is trash.
Which is really great. But it's interesting because one of his deal breakers was like kids, so that's why I was really asking. I feel like that was one of his deal breakers. That's why I asked the question.
I feel like a lot of men are like that though. Like, a lot
Mhm.
of men are very hesitant when it comes to children for whatever reason. But I feel like women are a little bit more open to
And
it.
then they always talk about the women, but it's so crazy because I'm like, if you look at
Mhm.
Sierra met Russell. Like, I mean, I guess they're famous, but still. But I'm like, so I don't know why men be so hesitant. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, everybody's entitled to want what they want and say, oh, I would prefer for us to build our family together. Like, you're
mhm.
entitled to want that. But just freaking for me, that's not a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. So we didn't get to see one of the challenges, so I just thought I would ask the question. We didn't get to see the Dreams and Ghosts challenge. I'm actually kind of sad about it, but it's okay. But did you all like match with y'all's like values? Maybe it was like values and goals. Like,
Mm-hmm.
did you all match up if you can remember? Like, that one.
Yeah, I remember me and Josh were like spot on,
Mm.
like
Okay.
spot on, like with what we wanted, and he said it really well, with saying like, we think very similarly. So we were a great match with the dreams and goals. That was a cool challenge. I wish they would have shown that. That was a fun challenge in my house.
Do you remember which one you put first? Or
No.
no?
No.
Because I remember it's like God, career, family,
God,
kids.
God was on there, then I put God first.
Yeah, it was. And then kids, that's all I can remember. Oh, I think health and
Health was on
maybe
there. Yeah.
wealth or
Mhm.
money or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the order I had them, but
Hmm.
I know I'm pretty sure I put God first. Um, Health was up there. Money was up there, but it wasn't like number two or
Hmm.
three.
Oh,
So it was,
it needs to be number one. Just
yeah.
playing.
So some people it was like it.
Hmm.
It's really interesting when you see people like line up their dreams and goals. I don't remember. I wish I did. Some of that is a blur. It was actually we filmed a long time ago, y'all. So like spoiler alert, that was a long time ago, so I don't really remember exactly what order I had it in, but I do remember that Josh and I were like spot on.
Yeah. So you felt like you all had some chemistry from that.
Yeah.
From that. That's really good. Yeah, I'm actually kind of sad that it didn't that y'all's didn't show. But I guess we can, get a little bit to the smoke because we are kind of talking about that, like for you all to like, y'all was the only house that somebody matched in.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of the scenes or something was like left out, or like we didn't get to see a lot of the house. We got to see it a lot in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but then towards the middle and then the end, it kind of like fell off. Now I
Yeah.
don't know if you know why it was like that. But like watching it back, did you kind of notice that?
I did. I felt like there were moments where I was watching it when it was like, on screen for the world to see, where I was just like, why would they cut this and put that up there? Like,
Hmm.
why would this scene be more deemed relevant right now when we still want to see that? We want to know what happened with that. Like, so I was actually watching it like a viewer, like watching all the houses. Like I wasn't the cast member that only watched for myself. Like I
Hmm.
actually invested and watched the entire storyline. So there were moments that I definitely felt like, they kind of like editing wasn't the best with giving the people what they wanted.
Hmm.
So I don't know. They left out some stuff that I felt like was vital, like even like cutting off different dates or different one-on-ones with girls to like have a one-on-one with a mom. Like no shade, this wasn't somebody's mom. So I just felt like some of the placement was a little bit unnecessary.
Okay. So watching back from your point of view from the house, do you feel like you got like I wouldn't say misjudged, but do you feel like people didn't get to see all of who you were?
I would definitely say y'all didn't get to see my full personality. I am a
Hmm.
lot of fun. Like I am actually a lot of fun, and I don't think it gave me the opportunity to show my entire personality. Like there were like I felt like a lot of my scenes were chopped up. Like
Mm.
short conversation with this person here, a conversation with, and you would hear me like laugh or like like it was a lot of choppy situations. So that had me really, what I found interesting, just gonna take it back really quick. In the beginning, when it first premiered, and like I feel like I did a little bit more talking in episode one than I did throughout, to be honest.
Mhm, mhm.
And nobody really was saying anything other than what she got on. Like that's all everybody want to talk about. But then at the end, on the last episode, I loved you from the beginning. I'm like, where were y'all at when I was getting jumped and dragged in the comments?
Oh, you talking about the viewers? The
Yeah.
viewers. Okay,
What was that?
the viewers.
Then I like episode one, it was like no one really saying anything. So I'm like, did people get a chance to really grasp my personality? And
Mm-hmm.
then the last episode, everybody's like, I loved you from the beginning. I'm like, really? Not me?
Okay,
Like,
that's so we can talk about because baby, they be ready to like be rude and nasty, but then they be
yeah,
like, so it's like you don't even know what side
I had
of
the quietest fans I ever seen in my life.
you don't know what side of the fan, like you don't know what side of it's on. Was it hard to be like vulnerable on TV, or
Yeah.
did you not think about the?
Well, it was hard to be vulnerable on TV because one, there was a lot of tears. There were a lot of tears throughout the process. Not like from me. Well, I cried a little bit. I don't think they showed me crying. They had your girl looking like a thug.
Oh,
But
you was crying like while recording.
I cried during filming. It was a very
Oh.
like emotional experience, like stripping you away from everything you're used to and really making
Mhm.
you reflect. Like you digging back into past trauma, you digging into like your family like dynamic, you're
Oh.
digging into like why am I single? What role do I play in this? Like you're talking about your exes and the most traumatic events you may have had with them and you're really putting yourself out there. So a lot of that real reflection, if you're doing it correctly and authentically, it'll force you to face some of those things. It'll force you to pull some of that out, like therapy. So there were tears throughout, for sure. But
Was there a therapist on the on set?
yeah, we did have a psych person. So if we needed to like, step out and gather ourselves, there was somebody on standby. But
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. And I know you only filmed a couple days, but they had y'all talk about family dynamics,
yeah,
exes, and was you sharing this with like the potential like the guy or just like
no, so there was a challenge where it was,
oh
so this was towards the end. So it was just the finalists
hmm
and Josh, and the challenge was it kind of resembled challenge number one with the fishbowl questions, but these
hmm
questions were completely different. Like it wasn't like dog on the bed, like it wasn't stuff like that. It was like, what was the most traumatic thing your ex did to you?
oh my
Like
gosh, this wasn't aired, was it?
this wasn't here, but it was a conversation piece for all of us to kind of start sharing. And then
Mm-hmm.
it had us naturally like, wow, like it really like humanized each of us where we're like, I can't believe you went through that. Like, I can't believe you experienced that. Like, it was like a group therapy session.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that sounds like a lot. Are you kind of sad they didn't air that? Or are you kind of glad so you
I
don't?
am very glad that they did not. I am
Okay, one
very
edit, you're glad. Okay, baby, don't be airing my.
like I'm very glad that that stayed with all of us in the house, and I think everybody in the house would be glad that it was a safe space and we left it there.
That is
Especially with the
good.
way some of these commenters, listen,
Uh-huh.
some of these people in the comments are very mean, like
Yes.
very, very mean. So
Mhm.
I am glad that that level of like vulnerability and being raw, they gave us some privacy of not airing that because ain't no telling how people would chop that up and attack people's character and
Mhm.
people are nice.
I
So
mean, yes. Yes, Kiwan said, wait, not the people was dragging you. Let the record show it wasn't me. Yes, we know Kiwan was not dragging.
that was my number one right there. She
Yes.
was she got on that. She got on. Shout out to Kiwan. You need to put her YouTube channel up there for people to subscribe because when I was
Yes.
watching that show, I watched her YouTube review of the show, and it really gave me like it made me feel better because I was watching it and I was hearing a lot of people be very, very mean, and I'm like, dang, they angry, and I ain't even said nothing. Like, so some people are just really, really mad, but her review was so positive and lighthearted, and I was like, okay, she reminded me like there are people out there that can see this in a different lens. Like they will
Mhm.
see this and be positively affected, or somebody else might see this and say, oh, like, okay, like I understand where she's coming from, versus so many people being like, no, I'm still mad. I hate the show. Why did Own do this? And why are we watching this? It's like, why are you spending your time watching it and typing about it?
Yeah.
That is more of something we should be figuring out.
Yeah, she said, "Oh, thanks, y'all." Slight little plug. We are going to go live on Sunday to do a whole review of
Yeah,
somebody's son, so y'all can check that out. We're gonna go live. We're gonna chat
pull
about
up
it.
in
But
the comments.
yes, but we nice, we chill, so it's okay around here. But I was going to say, with within all that, do you regret going on the show?
No.
Okay. Because people like looking at comments and stuff like that, like people are like, kind of attacking your character and everything. So w- what made you like look at the comments and like, respond?
You know what? At first, I was like Beyonce energy. I was like, I'm not gonna look and respond and get all in the comments, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, you got me messed up. Like, I'm about to read you down. So I quickly like flipped and was like, all right,
Mm,
let me set you straight. Because what you're not about to do is tarnish my character. You can not like me all day. That's fine.
mhm,
You're not about to start saying, "Oh, well, she's this type of person because of this." You don't know me at all.
mhm.
I gathered a few people in the
Yeah.
comments.
In the comments, okay, you wasn't playing.
Yes, rub it down. Like,
Yeah, sometimes you do have to gather people, but it's so crazy because it's like people comment and then they say things, but they still watching the show at the end of the day. So it's like, it's still giving you viewership. But I know sometimes people like don't watch, like don't look at it. I guess it's different because like Love Island's like right there, so they don't even have their phones to see it. But here you're like you all record it and it's like a year later. So like you're literally watching it with everybody. Was your friends and family supportive of you going on the show?
so, funny story about my friends and my family. So, initially, my family was wigging out. Like, my mom and my grandmother and I, we're super close. Like, we're like this. We talk several times a day, like, several times a day. So, they were really taken aback by the idea of me not having my phone. And they were like, I don't trust this. And, like, talk
Mm.
about his own. Well, bring Oprah out. And I was like, wait a minute. So they were very skeptical initially, and they lean on me a lot. I'm like the glue for my family. So
Mhm.
they were real like broken up at the fact that I was going to be kind of out of pocket and like filming.
Oh.
They did not believe it was real for a long time. Then when they finally came around to the idea of it being real, they didn't think it was safe. So my
It's like, whoa.
family, it was yeah, my family coming around to me doing that, it was a huge challenge. Huge
Mhm.
challenge. But once I did it, typical families. Yeah, I told everybody at church.
Yeah.
I told everybody.
Watch
Right. Yep, you good. So
her.
literally, and I had a premiere party, and all my friends came out, and like I'm new to Houston, so like a lot of my friends don't live here. My friends in Atlanta came, and like that just had me so emotional because
Oh, that's so
my
sweet.
village like really came out to support me, like, and that was a huge thing. Like my family, my friends.
Mhm.
During the process, my friends were way more understanding than my family. They're like,
Mhm.
yeah, you better do it, girl. Like you that girl. Don't
Yeah.
forget. Like my friends were supportive. My family was a little bit skeptical, but once everything aired and like it was actually on TV and they realized, oh my God, she really knew what she was talking about. This really is on TV. Then they were like, oh yeah. My family thought that they were like celebrities. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Calm down.
my grandmother was like, oh, I told everybody in church. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, girl. Okay, go ahead now. But
Yeah, I asked that because I seen that you had a premiere party. I was like, oh, that is so cute. That's so nice. And sometimes it is hard to build a village. So that's so cool that they came out and did it and supported you. Yes, Miranda said same. Shout out to the supportive family and friends. Yes, love that. Family do, be a little finicky.
yeah, family be nervous at first, like, who you doing this with? Like, you gonna
Then
be
they
on
hear on, they're like, oh, okay, okay.
her own and was like, so where Oprah at? Put her on the phone.
Yeah.
And I was like,
But they trying to cut Oprah is following Beyonce right now. I'm sorry. She's at the
yeah,
concert.
they were very skeptical.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna get into some smoke a little bit, just a little bit. So you ready? You ready?
All right.
So watching this, we just gonna keep it, with the show. You won and everything. So I wanted to know, like, how did you feel when you heard the conversation between his cousin and his family? Um, Yeah, and like how he said it, verbatim. I forgot who was all around. Like I
It
think
was Oma and his
yeah, yeah, yeah. When he was like, "Oh, she has a great personality and stuff like that, but she's not really your type and stuff." Like watching that, how did that make you feel?
Whew, that's a good question. And I'm glad you prepped me, like ready for the
Yeah,
smoke. Yeah, I'm ready.
I had to like prep it in. I couldn't slide it in no more.
I'm not ducking no smoke, y'all, because I know a lot of people in my comments, they're like, why won't she tell me what I want to know? And they DMing me like, why you ain't respond back? I'm like, oh, I'm working. Jesus Christ, give me a second. But watching that back was a
Mhm.
lot for me. That was a lot
Mhm.
for me. Similarly, this experience was like nothing I had ever done before. And that was my first time being in a situation where I was dating a man and hearing something like, oh, her personality is great, but physically I'm not sure. Like, one thing I don't do in life is settle. If you know
Mm.
me, you know I don't settle,
Mhm.
period. So one thing I'm not dealing with is somebody that feels like I'm almost it but not it.
Mhm.
So listening to something like that had me very feeling some type of way.
Mm.
I
Mhm.
definitely felt some type of way watching it back. And it took a lot of processing for me because I had to then challenge myself like, okay, Chambriel, you are offended. However, challenge yourself to say, this might, everybody doesn't say things and deliver it the way you would have wanted it to be delivered.
Mhm.
Perhaps him saying it like that, like, oh, she not what I typically go for. Like that's the way he articulated it, but that's not a dig at you not being beautiful or whatever
Mhm.
else. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that was a huge turn off. Like that was a huge turn off.
Yeah, because you were like nowhere to be around. Like you were
Yeah,
somewhere else.
and to be honest, watching it back, I had no idea the amount of time we spent in the house that was such a big theme. Like I
Mhm.
didn't know that whole not being the physical type was even a theme throughout us filming until watching it with the rest of the world.
Mm.
I had no idea that was so heavy. Like, I mean, we had a conversation on one of our dates where we talked about like who we typically, not who, but like the typical type of people we dated, like what
Mhm.
they look like. So I'm not gonna say I wasn't privy to what his like physical type was until it aired. I was, because we did have a conversation, but I had no idea that it was such a heavy factor throughout the entirety of the process.
Oh, okay, okay. Kiwan said, I actually knew what he meant when he said it. I didn't like it, period. It's like, because we don't, I mean, the viewers watch, like, we don't know him, you don't know him. So it's like, his cousin do know him. His cousin do know, like, what he goes after. So I don't think he was trying to say it maliciously at all. He was
No,
just like, like, well, she's not your usual type,
right.
so this, that. And, but then to me, because, we both chocolate, like to the chocolate girls, it's like, he was like, oh, but she has a personality and stuff like that. And I just kind of feel like, that's kind of a dig because even like I said, watching these shows like Love is Blind, AD is a chocolate girl, like the other Ashley's a chocolate girl. Okay, these all these
Women, both
chocolate girls.
AD, shout out to them, AD, Ashley, beautiful women.
Yes, and like Love is Blind, they're like barely, like they could barely say like they were not they, but like people were like they could barely say they were beautiful, like they're men or something like that. And I just feel like when it comes to darker skinned women, it's just like, oh yeah, she has a great personality, but it's like you can have a personality and still be pretty. Like you can be both. And I just feel like they're just like, oh yeah, like your personality, your personality. And I was just like, I don't really like that perception. So I don't know if you felt it in the house or if you felt it maybe like watching it back, like that it wasn't, or I don't know how you felt about that situation
Right,
in general. So that's kind
right.
of want to,
Oh,
kind of bring.
let's talk about it. We not ducking no smoke around here. We gonna call a spade around here. I do not like the whole pretty for dark skinned girls
Mm-hmm.
whole thing. I don't like this whole my preference is, and it's a specific skin tone. I don't like that. Fine is fine. I don't care if you red, white, blue, green. Fine
Mhm.
is fine. Okay. You can absolutely say, oh, like typically I find myself dating these are the type of people I date. But when you start leaning into my preference and my type is a skin tone, you got something is wrong.
Mhm.
Something is wrong because colorists and colorism, all of that is real. It started
Definitely.
somewhere in our history and it continues to, permeate throughout in our community.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna say if I don't look like my skin tone isn't your preference that you're a colorist. That's not what I'm saying. But when you find yourself resting in these shades of brown are the only shades of brown that I deem beautiful, we got an issue.
Mhm.
We have
Yes.
a bigger issue. And
Mhm.
it's more about you and how you love yourself than it's
Mhm.
about me.
Or that they don't love themselves.
Right. Like
Miranda says,
so I definitely felt a way, even outside of my house,
mhm.
the situation with Paige. Paige is a
Mhm.
Paige, beautiful black woman. And I feel like on TV, not just even limiting it to somebody's son, but black women they don't get enough love.
Mhm.
Like you really have to fight your way in, and then you have to deal with these backhanded compliments, like
Yes.
oh she's pretty for a dark skinned girl, or
Mhm.
she's not light enough, but she's funny.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
yeah,
Yes, like either or.
yeah,
Yes,
no.
Miranda says, shout out to our chocolate baddies.
Yes,
Yes. Thank you,
ma'am. Shout out
girl.
to Miranda. Miranda
Yes.
is
Shout out to Miranda. Yeah.
inside out. Like to know her is to love her because that's one right there. She is a beautiful spirit. Miranda.
Yes, definitely, definitely love her. Kiwanta, it was definitely given colorism. And I, at first, to ask my question, I didn't think about like it being colorism
Mhm.
until I finished watching the show. But then when Paige left and she's like, how you said it, she was like, oh, was I going to stay or was I not going to stay? But the fact that you were the only one, your house, y'all literally went home together,
Mhm.
but we barely got any of your I would say challenges or like clips or whatever, or
Yeah.
even when it came to like even promoting it, like when somebody wins, it's literally like they're the poster for the show.
Yeah. So again, something is wrong. Like something is wrong there. So I would agree. And like y'all know me, I'm gonna keep it real. Everybody not feeling the same thing for nothing.
Hmm.
We're not all feel like can that be? We're not all thinking the same thing for no reason. Walk
Yes.
like a duck, talk like a duck. It's probably a duck.
Yes. And I just think it's so sad. And that's even really why, like, being on here and talking about it is the experiences. Because, like I said earlier, you see it on even Love Island, like the Shelleys and the Landrys. It's like they look like they're darker skin, but like they get talked about crazy or whatever. And so it's racism and it's colorism. And it's just like for you to win, like, baby, you need to be on every episode, like the couple, and also him, like it could be it too, like he's dark skinned as well too, right?
Yeah,
It's
we're a
like
black couple.
the whole black dark skin couple, like it should have been a move, it should have been a move, and it should have been chocolate. And I'm like, I don't even really feel like it was promoted that well to see. And so to me, when I'm watching, I'm like, well, dang, because usually when you watch a show, you kind of know who's gonna. You're thinking like, well, dang, maybe not Chad, child. Ooh, James is going to be with somebody because I mean, James and the mama took about half the season. And also it was a lot. It was three houses and everything like that. So I was just like, ooh, I was overwhelmed.
Yeah,
By that. But I was just like, that's who you're supposed to see win or whatever. And I feel like it was a disservice to the house and to you all because if you all won, then you all should be doing more. Like you all should have got promoted way more because
I would agree.
one.
Yeah,
But I guess since y'all said yes.
I would agree. Like I said, I didn't look at it as like so much of like a competition. Um,
Hmm.
because I really like dived headfirst into the experience. So even at the end when it's like, oh, like when people are like, oh, this is the winner, I'm like, oh, I forgot that this was considered like a competition. But I would
Hmm.
absolutely agree. Watching it back, I was a little bit confused at the amount of exposure other plots had versus ours. I was a little bit confused by that, where I was
Hmm.
like, okay, I know how it ends. So why are we spending so much time here?
Yeah, like right. I agree. Kiwan said, I absolutely didn't want Miranda to go home. It felt personal. Oh, that definitely was personal. We talked about that a little bit. Nita said, there was so much James and the Crazy Mama. Oh, James.
Oh my God.
That's so funny. I need to, yeah. I wanted to ask you this. Do you feel like the men like black women?
No.
Oh,
Next
like,
question. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, but no.
no. But I'm like, y'all, come on. Like, this is called Somebody's Son, literally. And y'all know it's on. Like, did y'all not think it was gonna be black women?
I think they should have spent. I think somebody should have spent a little more time looking for somebody's son.
Mm-hmm.
I think they spent a great amount of time and found some great women, but I think somebody ain't spent enough time looking for somebody's son.
Miranda said talk about it, but I feel like the women eat all the time. It be the men, like I don't know what it is, but the women eat all the time, like, and the men just be
there,
disappointed. Just be disappointing.
Just be there, taking up space.
Exactly, like they just be so disappointing. Like it's so sad. Would you ever go on somebody's son as a mom?
Yeah, I would. I would definitely. And what's crazy is I absolutely want a son. So
okay. Yeah, maybe y'all see it. Okay. Would you what about the opposite? Like, because I said this, like, I've said it in another episode, like it could be like somebody's daughter. Would you, if they did like a somebody's daughter flip, do you think it would be kind of cool? But it's like the women dating. I think it like the women dating all the men they come in. I feel like that'd be too much.
Somebody's daughter would be really interesting, but I think it would have to be different. So I don't think the setup should be the same. I don't think somebody's daughter should be like one girl and 4 or 5 guys and her mom or dad. Mm-hmm. Just because, and I'm gonna just speak for me. For me, if I'm looking to date you, like I'm looking for a certain level of like confidence, a certain level of independence, a certain level of like manliness, like protection, provide. Like I need to see you in your true like manly aura. And I feel like men kind of soften themselves when your mom or dad is around. Like I don't want to say it makes them a simp, but I don't want like. I feel like it can be done. Somebody's daughter is a great concept, and I'm all for equality. Somebody's daughter is a great concept, but I don't think it should be done in a way of like the guy living in the house with her mom. Absolutely not her mom, because that's weird. But I don't think it should.
Dad, then? You think it should be the dad?
I think it should be the dad. Mm-hmm. And I think the dad shouldn't be living there the whole time. I think they should shake it up. Where like, let's say it's the mom and not the mom, the daughter, and then the contestants, the daters or whatever else. And then the dad pops in and meets them at different times. He might meet guy number 1, day 1, like, and come out and do that whole surprise thing, and leave. And then guy number 2, they might be on a date. And after the date is over, he might think he about to go upstairs and get the drawers and dad is at the door. I think dad should meet them at different times.
Oh,
well, I would want to see the whole character of each man. Not like, I feel like women can do a good job of like maneuvering between your mom but men, yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know if I disagree with it, but what I'm trying to say is I think it would be good for the men because I feel like men are competitive versus the women. Like even in the show, you see all the women was cool. All the women they like in the houses, they was cool, or someone was cool than others, and they kind of built their own bond. I feel like with dudes, they're ready to be like, nah, she mine. Like they try to be so competitive.
I don't know, because like in Love is Blind, when you watch like the girl house versus the guy house, the guys be kind of chilling up until like a guy comes back and say something like really wild. Then they be like, I don't know why you said that, but I be feeling like the girls are a little bit more like, he's mine. Like,
well, I feel like Love is Blind, but I guess I'm saying it because the dad is in the house. Like they trying to prove themselves to a parent.
Oh, you mean
man? That's why. Yeah, that's why I think it would show more competitive because they're trying to prove like, no, I can get your daughter. That's why I was saying it more versus the women.
But you know what else? Not to cut you off, but you know what else? Men be lying so much, girl. They would be putting on their representatives the whole damn show. Like, I'm not for you gonna lie to me the whole series. Like, come on.
That is true. They do be lying.
Probably too much. No. I don't
But I
want him
feel
to.
like the women, they weren't really like they were being themselves. Like they weren't really trying to like do too much and like I mean, I guess some of them I don't know, but they weren't trying to like oversell themselves not that much. But I feel like men would kind of do that to like try to be one of like, oh yeah, I'm good with her daddy. Like, oh you
And
like
they
to play
lie.
basketball? Me too. I'll go dunk on you or something like.
And then they gonna lie.
Yeah,
Gonna wake up, lie, eat breakfast, and lie.
that's all they do is lie.
Lie. So
That
it's
is
a
true.
whole lot of lying.
That is
In
true.
front of my dad. That's crazy. You gonna lie? You gonna lie to me in front of my
You
dad?
gonna you gonna lie to me and my father?
They would have their representative there the entire filming. I feel like with women, you can let your guard down and be like, "Look, mom, this is me. Whether
Mm-hmm.
you take it or leave it." And I felt like that kind of happened every house. Each house, there was a woman that kind of was like, "I am who I am," and she was herself.
Maybe when
And
Alicia got that letter out,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like.
dear.
You knew that. They were
Sweet.
shout out to Alicia. That's my
Oh, so we got to say it. She said,
girl.
dear.
Yeah. So yeah, for women, I feel like we can really like be honest and be our
Be
true
down
self.
and be vulnerable and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like if the men do it, they're gonna be their representative is gonna be clocked in for work the entire time.
They gonna be clocked for work the whole time. They got a girl at home.
Whole time, married, girlfriend, baby mama, kids in the back, like
Y'all did not do the background check.
yeah, they're gonna be lying.
Yes. Well, to get it back onto task, this has been fun. This has been chatting with you. What were you thinking at like the end of the episode? If you want to take yourself back, recording, what were you thinking when he chose you?
Girl, I didn't even know you was about to ask me that just now, but I think my face said it all. Like he like really shocked me. I
Mm-hmm.
was like my face genuinely gave because I didn't know what I never know what's happening next. Everything was even with that, like we left the house and then I was in another hotel and then we got another black truck and so I didn't know what I'm
You were
like
just standing there waiting.
like I don't know. I don't know if this is you about to break up with me on live TV. Like I didn't know what to expect. So I was very, very shocked. I was authentically surprised. Yeah.
Why were you surprised when y'all had like the chemistry? Y'all were like going on the dates and stuff like that.
You know what? I think going back to I don't see the whole picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I know when he's going on a date with somebody else, but I don't know how that date plays out. So y'all were able to see our chemistry and then see his chemistry with another young lady and then see his chemistry with another young lady. So y'all were able to see the full picture. When I was there, I was only basing it off of our chemistry. And then, knowing that some people were more physical, I was like, oh, okay, like, 1 + 1 is 2. Like,
Can you define that?
he defined physical.
I'm just playing. But okay, that's what you've seen. Latrice said, "Hi, Chambriel from the."
Please, what's up, girl? I need to go to St. Louis. I haven't been yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I have not.
Oh, that's interesting. Y'all like the live, Okay, comment. Okay, is there anything that you feel like you want to share that you have not shared yet that you feel like you want the people to know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how. Okay, this is what I will say. I know that there is an overwhelming community of Chambriel supporters. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all.
Welcome you.
The community, and a lot of them are wanting to know what I got going on now. What's post show? Where are we now? And I just want to make sure that I say I don't duck no smoke, y'all. I think y'all know that about me by now. I am very what you see is what you get. But we just started streaming on HBO Max. We just started streaming on Prime Video, Hulu, tell a friend, so that we can keep the show going. But I want to be able to answer post-show where I am in the world, where we are in the world. I want to be able to give that full story at one time. So I don't want to be in bits and pieces dropping it here and dropping it there, and then somebody just started watching, and now I'm they looking up Yeah, and I'm definitely not about to be giving y'all a play by play on where, like, what has happened, like, play by play since that moment when the TV turned off in my Instagram comments. Like, that's a
Oh
lot.
yes. Oh, the $1,000,000 question. I was going to wait for that,
That's
but
but I just wanted to let everybody know, like, I see
mhm.
y'all, I hear y'all, and I'm not ducking no smoke. And I'm gonna continue to be my authentic self and give y'all the full story of, like, all right, we paused it here and press
And
play.
where we're
This
next.
is everything else I got going on. So
So the $1,000,000 question is on pause because we are still watching it in other platforms. Uh, how did it feel to be on your first reality TV show? Would you do reality TV again?
it was fun. It was actually fun. I would definitely do reality TV again. I would want more control for sure. No more blind dates for me. So
No more blind. Because what did you say? You said love is not blind.
love is not blind. Okay, it's not that blind. Or at least it's not blind over here. We wear contacts. Okay, it's definitely not blind over here. But I would definitely do it again. I would definitely do reality TV again. I had a good time. Yeah, so I would.
Okay, you would do it again. That is good to know. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Drop them in the comments if you have any questions. Um, but if you don't have any questions, I do just want to say thank you so much for coming on.
For
Thank
helping me.
you for sharing your story. I really appreciate it. Definitely, you was a fan favorite, and you won. So I was like, I have to have her on the show. Okay. Um, I don't know if you have any new things, any new projects, any things you want to share with the people about, like, what you got going on outside of Somebody's Son, but you can share with the people.
Okay, well, I keep very, very busy. So I am a realtor here in Houston. If you're looking to buy a house or sell a house
Period.
or lease a house, you can contact me. I'm at Bella Chambriella on Instagram or at the Mortgage Mommy. I'm also a mortgage loan officer, mortgage broker. So if you need a pre-approval, you need to buy a house, you want to do commercial, residential, land, whatever you want to do,
You got it.
holler at me for that too. Um, Outside of real estate and mortgage, I am absolutely working on some new things. I don't want to prematurely speak on what I'm, like, working on, but I want y'all to stay with me now. Like, stay with me. Like, my life is literally a movie. I can't make some of this stuff up. I'm trying to really get a lot better with just putting the phone on and just letting it go. Because if I could just put y'all in my pocket for the day and just let y'all hear the conversations I have and all day long, y'all would be on the floor. So, so definitely stay with me. It's gonna be a journey. It already is. I'm definitely working on more, and I really appreciate y'all for the support.
Were you nervous being a real estate agent and going on the show? I didn't get to ask that earlier.
No, I wasn't. Because I'm, like, the funny part that I've actually learned through this show and kind of hearing the feedback of what people have said about me, I really am myself. Like, the same Chambriel you get on the show, I'll be that same person.
That's what you wanted. I appreciate you for being yourself the entire time. That's what they're saying. Same here.
That's really me all the time. So, like, I wasn't afraid to be on the show. Now what I was a little bit nervous about. I had some loans in production. People were trying to get to the closing table, and I had to go film, but I couldn't tell them I was filming. So I was, like, trying to, like, have other people cover for me and be there but not there, and I was a little bit nervous on that regard because I'm very passionate about my work. So every client that I have becomes like some level of friend, family, some kind of closeness. And I was like, oh my God, I hope she can close. Like, there were people that were supposed to be closing while I was filming and I couldn't reach out to them. So that gave me a lot of anxiety. So to answer your question, I wasn't necessarily nervous about the show in terms of, like, being in real estate and representing myself or misrepresenting myself. But I was nervous about my deals and my money
Did they get done? The deals got done?
Got done. They always get done. She definitely closed. Like, we close deals around here. So yeah, it definitely still happened. I had a lot of anxiety at work.
That I always think about that though. Even I talked to Miranda in the last episode, like, about professionalism and your jobs and stuff like that. I feel like it's so hard. And it's kind of low key, like, we are working women. Like, how y'all trying to take our phones? Like, okay, we trying to find love, but child, we also got to pay bills and everything
Right.
like that. So, I'm like, what is the balance? I'm cracking up. Were you a realtor in Atlanta too?
No, just a mortgage broker in Atlanta.
Oh, Morgan. Oh, you became a realtor in Houston. Okay, that's cool then. Yeah. Well, shout out to the realtors that Anetta said, "Come on, real estate guru."
Thank you, girl.
Yeah.
Love
So if you need
you.
a house, okay, you need want to buy
You
a
have one
house,
for me.
hit your girl up. You have a YouTube channel
I
as
do.
well.
Yeah, I'm trying to be part of this YouTube girlies. Like, y'all gotta give me all the little tips and tricks. Like, I know enough now to be like, subscribe.
Yeah, I watched your video. It was funny.
Click and
You're
subscribe.
like, yeah. Make sure you subscribe. That's what the girlies are saying.
That's what they're saying. They're saying y'all gotta subscribe. So if you on here and you're not following me on, or it's not following, subscribe. My
Subscribe.
bad. If you're on here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe.
Yes, and she has an interview with Mama Oma, so you should check that out.
Yes, I got the real hot girl up there.
Yes. Yes, definitely. So thank y'all for listening and watching. You know, if you're watching a replay, but also remember we are going live on Sunday to talk about the whole show at 8 o'clock with Kiwan about the whole season. Okay. I wonder, do you think they're gonna have a second season?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't call it.
So yeah, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. If you have watched it, come and meet us on Sunday. We'll be back. And like I said, thank you for your time. I know you are busy. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And yes, Miranda says she'll be tuned in,
I
period.
will
We love it.
comments and I'm gonna like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe. So thank y'all so much. And thank you for taking the time out your day to share your experience on the show. And hopefully, you know, we get some more good dating shows out here for our women. Okay, that's the whole goal. I said, am I gonna have to create a show myself for the girlies child? I might. I
Might
should
be
see.
calling, yeah.
Yes, I might because I get tired of my women getting played. Well, they're not my women, but I get tired of women getting played on TV, national TV. Love this. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like and comment. And you all have a great rest of your night.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.